Welcome, everybody. Let's get started. I hope everybody or majority people are already seated and here. Welcome to first Wolt Design Talks. We plan to have many more sessions, so this is first installment. And before I start talking about Wolt and my topic, um, toilets are over there, fridge is over there. You can just go there and grab a drink. It's very casual, chill. It's sweatpants, it's all cool. Then, presenters for today. So the first one, me. Then Vitali from Fractio and Maria or Masha from Wolt. You will hear more about their topics after my presentation. And not to be rude, I need to introduce myself. That's me. I'm a product designer in growth team. I'm originally from Croatia, but for the last 5 years, I am living in Finland, and also I love to share knowledge. So check out my YouTube channel, and if you like podcasts, the link is also there. Okay, so let's talk about Wolt for a few slides, just to introduce a little bit. So let's start with how many of you use Wolt. Okay, that seems like everybody. Okay. Well, you probably think of us as a food delivery company, but we like to think about ourselves as a logistics platform for delivering everything. So we have a team of over 5,000 people. We have over 8 million users. We operate in 23 countries, over 250 cities. And also, as a designer, I'm very proud that we have really good, stellar customer experience on both App Store and Google Play. A little bit of history. So it all started in 2015 in Helsinki with 10 restaurants. And in past 7 years, we expanded to 23 countries. It kind of feels that it's still fresh because we still have new things coming. Like, for example, last year we had this Wolt Market, which is our quick commerce store for like weekly groceries, and delivery should be around half an hour or so. And we have a vision to deliver everything in a city in matter of minutes. But how do we do that? First thing is we build everything in-house. So basically we have a platform that connects all three pillars. So customer, courier partners, and then merchants, and all in real time. And this is just a little overview of different teams that we have involved. For example, we have a team that is only focused on couriers, their onboarding, and to their well-being during their work with us. And now we are like niching down until I get to my team. So this is usually how we have teams involved. So engineers, designers, analysts, and then product leads. And when it comes to product design, we have about 25 product designers in total. We have a UX copywriter, motion designer, that's Masha, you will see her very good presentation later, and UX researcher. These are top groups that we have for product design. They branched into other teams, and I work for consumer one. If anybody has like more questions about these groups, we will have Q&A a little bit after, so we can talk. And then we come to the my topic. I want to show you inside of Growth Team our workflows, our processes that we developed to make our collaboration just easier and more efficient. So we have a product lead, we have developers. We have one team lead that's also developer and designer, me, and one data analyst. So first topic I want to talk about is how do we handle copy and translations. So as you know now, I mentioned we are present in 23 countries. That means if we want to have really good customer service and experience, we should localize those apps. So I will show you how we go about writing copy and making translations. So this is Andrew. He's our star. He's UX copywriter and he serves more teams. He has always a couple of projects at the same time. So we figured the key ingredient to make sure our copy is really good from the get-go is to include copywriter in these initial briefings. When projects start, we make sure that we don't forget to invite Andrew, so he would actually have a deep knowledge about the project we are working on. And this is a little snippet from my Figma file. It's very actually simple, but it proved to be super effective. I made a little component. You can see on the top, copy needed and copy done. It's a shared library. It's a variant, so with two states that you can see over there. When I'm done with designing, I put this tag over there that I need copy. I ping Andrew to come and check my designs. And then, because he already knows the topic, he doesn't need like extra meetings and session to understand what's happening there. He has a context. Then he writes some copy. And then he switches this variant to copy done. That way I know that he did his part. And from this point onwards, we upload our translate basically first English version to Phrase app, which is our preferred software for hosting translations. In next slide, I will show you a little plugin that is used to make sure that everything looks good, even with different languages. So it's very hard to optimize for every language. You might design in English, which we do, and then in some other languages, it might look a little bit ridiculous, too long. Like this, for example, emoji goes in another row for a couple of languages, which should be optimized. So yeah, a little sneak peek of that. And then in Grow theme, we always have design QA, aka quality assurance, because in Wolt we really take design very seriously. We want to make sure that implementation is best as it can be when it's pushed to production. So we don't have this back and forth fixing stuff and having like a bunch of hot fixes because something is not working. So I am okay with the code. So this might not be for everybody, but I like to collaborate with my developers on GitHub as well. When they go through my design, they prepare a PR, pull request in GitHub, and then they put me as a reviewer. That way we make sure that I also see it before it's pushed to production. So in real use case scenario, they might put some screenshots if it's like smaller thing, but if it's some bigger implementation, then I will actually pull the code, compile it on my machine, and then run on iOS or Android or web, depending what's the topic of the project. This is not mandatory for like working in Wolt, just not to scare people here. If somebody's interested, this is just something that we do in Growth theme. And next thing, I want to talk a little bit about analytics. So we use Mixpanel to measure success. And this is another snippet from my designs. As you can see, I have like these two, again, components with different states. For example, the blue one is always a view, which means impression, like somebody viewed like a screen. And then we also have other colors for some sort of action and so on. How we go about it is basically I set a meeting with developers and data analysts. And then we go through Figma and put these little tags around designs to make sure that developers don't forget to put these events when they are actually coding. And that would be my short presentation about how we work in Grow Theme. Uh, Thanks for listening to that. And as a final word, for my part, we're hiring, so uh, check uh, check at wolt.com/jobs for openings. Right now we have a bunch of roles open, but soon there will be more. And if you don't see something that you would prefer, you can always apply, and if it works out, we will figure it out. That's all from me. And next is Vitali. Yes, of course. Yes. 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 So we make sure that Andrew has a brief from the get-go. Oh, okay. Nothing. So we make sure that Andrew understands the project brief and what's happening. So he doesn't have to be present at like millions of meetings just in the beginning, so he understands what's going on. Then we have like approximate like due dates or something, so I can tell him, okay, this is a project I'm working on. I need to design this for X amount of time. So I will ping you when I need some copy. Of course, I can put some initial copy. And then if some views are a little bit problematic, then I drag his arm, like, come on, help me with this one. So we manage. But in future, hopefully we'll have more Andrews. Yes. Yes. So we have a country team in every country that we operate in. So basically, we have like allocated people from every office to do translations, and it's quite simple to set up everything in phrase. So when they get like a ping translation needed, they would jump in, they see screenshot and everything, so they would write something in their own language. Gotcha. Slides should be shared after the meetup because we have your emails, so everybody can go through slides if they want. And we have like teams that focus on mobile design, and then we have team that focuses on web design, and also we have feature teams that focus on both, that being me, for example. So it can be that you're just working with, let's say, not one platform, but with mobile or just web. Did I answer your question? Okay. But yes, you also asked about separate designs for iOS and Android. Well, we have design system that kind of encapsulates both. So some things might be very Android specific. We consider that. So there are certain differences, but we try to be consistent as we can, like with the operating system and their guidelines.